Hey, Pretty and Pride listeners. This week, Ken and I are in our feelings. The weight of the world has officially turned into worry. But don't you worry, faithful listener. There's another taste test that no one asked for, and this time it's churros. Other topics we cover include building our ultimate soup list and the dreaded texts that go unresponded to. Thanks for listening.
Okay. I don't fear no man, but I'ma still put 60 in this Drake. Set it off like Queen Latifah, nigga playing with my cake. Split the bag up with my brother, 50-50 what we made. I can't let no nigga eat that ain't contribute to this.
I tried the Biscoff bundt cake. It was good, but it wasn't as good as everyone was saying. I actually think the pumpkin one is better than the Biscoff one and easier to eat. The Biscoff one's really hard to eat. And the carrot cake is also better than the Biscoff one.
The Biscoff is really sweet.
It's really sweet. You know, maybe I just don't like that. I mean, I like a Biscoff, a cookie on a plane. That slaps. But I'm like, maybe I'm not all about that Biscoff life, you know? Like, it was good, but, like, it was really hard to get a bite out of there. And I let them get to room temp. So, anyways, I thought the pumpkin one was better. Hi, guys. Another taste test for you that no one asked for. We got some filled churros. Ken, you want to intro the churros for us?
Yeah, we have a caramel-filled churro and a cream-filled churro.
Now, we're only taste testing this because Ken got these for breakfast and she decided she needed to eat them right now. So, this was not a planned taste test. Which one do you have first?
Caramel.
Me too. It's good.
Now, their options include strawberry and regular. I'm not a fruit-filled person. Like, I don't lean that way towards my sweet treats. I've also had these before, so. A taste test for you. More of just a breakfast eat.
It's not what I expected cream filled to taste like.
What did you expect it to taste like?
I don't know. Just not that. I didn't say it was bad.
How would you describe it?
Tangy. I was maybe expecting more airy or sweet. Or no flavor so that it just complemented the churro.
I mean, I feel like a churro is plenty perfect as is, without the fillings. But growing up in California, I have a preference for like this style of churro. Like a Costco churro is just not.
Yeah.
It's not it.
Well,
a Disneyland churro.
Yeah.
That's it.
I like the idea of cream filled because sometimes they're hard and the cream makes it soft on the inside. But yeah, these are also maybe like this style of churro, yes, but these are also like, I don't know, denser than the ones we grew up eating. Still good.
I do feel like this is the classic churro style that I need. So. I love that you're trying to make fall happen by just...
It's literally October 10th. Fall's happening, baby.
Fall is not until the end of the month. And it's still so warm.
Fall is,
Seeing
fall
you in
is
these like...
now. Fall happened September 26th or something like that. The first day of fall?
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. Then when's winter?
January through March.
No.
Yes.
December. The first day of fall was Monday, September 22nd. First day of winter is definitely sometime in December. It's December 21st.
The last week of December is winter.
Yeah. Well, last week and a half.
Well, all of that to say that, like, it doesn't feel very fall-like.
Well, it's not, climate change isn't my problem in the regards to how I want to dress in the month of October. I only have
Fair
20 more
point.
days to wear my cute Halloween earrings.
That is the problem. I do feel like the issue with climate change, among many issues, but it's like everything seems too short. Like by the time it finally hits, fall, it doesn't feel like fall.
No.
So then the concept of like pumpkin spicing your life and like, sipping on a nice warm latte is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
When it's still 90 degrees, 80 degrees. Like, it's just so, and then Halloween finishes, you're fucking gut punched into Thanksgiving. But you're trying to maximize your Christmas, so you're actually decorating for Christmas.
100%, because there's only like 1 month between Thanksgiving and Christmas, even less.
Yeah.
And like I need so much holiday spirit.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just feel like we end up getting really cheated by having all of these awesome holidays in the fall, but not the amazing fall weather that would, I think.
Agree. I remember one Thanksgiving in California, I wanted it to be fall look so bad. I wore a sweater.
That's what I feel
It was like at 90 degrees. It was so hot. I was like in Uggs and a sweater and jeggings. I'm like, bro, sweating.
That's exactly what I'm saying you look like to me right now. But then the next
Thanksgiving, it was super cold. I'm like, ugh. This is why when we were talking about where we're traveling to next year, it's like, we think August is going to be something. You have no idea anymore what any weather is going to be anywhere at this point. Nothing's predictable.
That's very true. I was finally able to look at weather for Japan, and it's like raining.
Great.
I thought it would be this like perfectly mild fall with fall foliage. No, it's like a typhoon is about to hit that fucking island.
But I feel like it changes so quickly because when I was packing for Park City, I was like, oh, it's warm. It's like 80 degrees. Okay. Guess I'll wear dresses. Man, by the time I got there, it was like 50 degrees. I was so pissed. I was like, this is the perfect time to break out my fall wardrobe. And instead, I was like rationing using the one pair of jeans I had that was appropriate for the weather. So, but Park City was really beautiful. It wasn't ski season yet. So, like, the area we were staying at with all the lodges wasn't, like, fully opened and realized. But they were, like, preparing all the gondolas. They call them something specific. I forget. Like, but...
Sky gondolas.
No, there's a different name. It's like a funicular or something.
Oh.
Anyways, don't make me look it up.
Okay.
And I did get to ride one up to this really nice restaurant. It was really cute. This is a cute vibe, cute trip. So good times in Park City, although it rained one day. And my friends hadn't made it there yet. And so I was like, where I was staying didn't have a restaurant. So I kept having to walk out into the rain to eat. And then I had nothing to do because it was raining. So I was just like sitting in the room, no Forensic Files.
Damn.
They did have Twilight and they did have Avengers on.
Which Avengers?
All of them. Throughout the time I was there.
Not bad.
Yeah. And then, but then, you're so bored. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, when's the next time to eat? It's the only thing to do is walk in the train to go get food. But I had one of the best restaurant burgers I've had in a while at a restaurant there called Draft Burger Bar. They had like a blue cheese, what do you call it?
I don't know.
Caramelized onion. Delicious burger. And overall, the food there was pretty good. So I had a good time. And like I told you, it's just like every time I go on a trip now, I'm like, ugh, God, I have to keep working to pay for these trips. And then every moment of the trip, I'm like, only 2 days left before I have to go back to work. Like,
yeah,
I'm so tired. But I'm excited for the holidays also because I think I'm going to take some time off and really try to just, get centered. Figure out
before the next one.
Yeah, figure out 2026 and just take a break.
I mean, you're about to go to Chicago
For work.
and like right before I'm about to head to Dallas for my Tokyo trip.
I know.
So I just feel like this is honestly the craziest couple of months.
I know. And then we still have 2 more trips after this.
Yeah. I'm really looking for, originally I had planned for my husband and I to fly out of Dallas because it's a direct flight. And I was originally like, this is great. We can go see our family. I haven't been out there in quite a bit. So I was like, oh, this is great. Works out perfectly. And then I found out that they're not even going to be there. They're going to be in fucking Alabama. I'm like, okay. So I was a little disappointed and I'm like, well, what am I going to do? And it was like, okay, maybe we could go to Six Flags, which I guess was an insane thought. No one thought that was a good idea. And I'm actually glad because I'm like, you know what? This actually means that I don't have to do anything. Like, my husband and I have been working so hard that I think having those few couple of days where we're separated from our ability to work from home here and just hanging out and like kind of relaxing and getting ourselves mentally prepared for the long journey, I think will be quite nice. But I spoke to our stepmom and I was like, I was trying to think like, oh, maybe I'll get a massage. I haven't had a massage in a while. Maybe I'll get a massage and a facial. And then ultimately decided that we're going to get facials at like a medical spa. She's like, this is not like a spa, like a relaxation spa. This is like a medical procedure type of spa. I'm like, oh,
it would be beautiful for Japan.
Yeah. And originally I was going to paint my own nails. I want to get back into my gel nail game, but I'm like, no, I don't want to do that during like all of the holidays and stuff.
Yeah.
Just like, this is too much. So I was like, I'll wait till next year. So I was telling myself like, I'll just paint my nails for Japan.
Sure.
And then because if I go to a nail salon, then I'm going to want to get gels because I don't want to like do the drying thing. So I was like, I'll just paint my nails myself. And then I was like, oh, I'll just get them done when I'm in Dallas. So
Oh, perfect.
I'll do some stuff, but I'm looking forward to just like actually hanging out at our parents' house, like no one around, just chilling on the family room couch, watching Family Feud.
Watching some Family Feud, maybe some Young and the Restless, throwback.
It's like still the same plot point that it was at 3 years ago.
Victor, right? Am I right? Some hidden child. And then you also get your braids next week.
Oh my God, yeah. That's also like a whole work thing because I have to prepare the hair. I have to do my own hair. I want to do a bonding treatment because I just had highlights put back in. So I want to do that. And then I want to do a moisturizing. I'm like, this is just a lot.
It takes a lot to prepare for a trip.
Yeah. I keep forgetting that I'm going to have these like teal braids next week. But our viewers will get to see what they look like.
Yeah.
Prior to my heading out to Japan.
So this should be episode 29 that we're recording right now. And we'll do episode 30.
Yep.
And then that's going to wrap up season 1 of Pretty and Pride.
Yep.
And we will be back. So we plan to do special content throughout the holidays. I think maybe some fall baking, preparation of Thanksgiving, preparation of making our Yule log, our annual Bouche de Noël, our second annual Bouche de Noël. Mm-hmm. Maybe our Christmas meal, and then maybe definitely Vlogna.
Oh yeah.
So at least 5. If, who knows?
Don't hold
I'm so tired.
Because
some of them.
Yeah, because part of this is going to include, like, we did the Coke taste test. I do think we should wrap up before we start season. Like, I don't know if we should consider wrapping it up or if we should do it as, like, a season 2 throwback. But we should redo
We
the
have
Coke
to redo
taste
the
test.
Coke test because our ex-producer biffed it, man. He biffed it hard. He said, it's fine. I'll just put it in the freezer 2 hours before. It wasn't fine.
No, it's
Everything
not
was
fine.
lukewarm. And nothing tastes good
not
lukewarm.
good.
So... And not even guessing. It's really the which one do you like best thing that I'm like. Well,
you won't let it go because you're like, I can't be on record like DP.
I mean, I don't mind DP, but it's like I really prefer Diet Coke when I'm drinking it. I'm like, I like that crisp burn your throat. We can. The other thing I wanted to talk about, I was thinking today, I was going to a French restaurant for brunch. I got French.
Hold on. I wanted to finish up the thing about the vlogging.
I wasn't done. This is part of it.
Okay. You went to brunch with your friend. You got a French onion soup.
I got French onion soup. I had a better French onion soup in Park City. It looked divine. But I was thinking about how you are saying that you never had a chance to try French onion soup because you don't eat beef. And I'm going to try to make one with like either chicken or pork stock for Thanksgiving maybe to see so you could try it.
I love that. What about turkey? You think it's too light?
I think the closest flavor profile to beef is probably going to be pork because of the natural umami flavors in like pork versus chicken to me. Mm-hmm. But I'll see. I mean, I'm the only one that's had it, but I'm not trying 7 times. So I'll make some stew beefs and put some onion in it and see which one tastes closest and to make you a French onion soup.
I love that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
When you were in Park City and you were taking pictures of all the mediocre food you were having.
It was good food.
It's just.
Yesterday I came over and I was showing Ken. I was like, and I had this cornbread Benedict. It was just okay. then I'm like, and then I had this. Nah.
It was also just okay. Well, it was funny because I was re-listening to our episode this morning, and I was like, listening to the part where you were like, I was like, oh, but there's like a huge infestation. And you're like, oh, I don't want to go. And I was like, oh, don't worry. It's just seaweed. It's just seaweed. And you're like, oh, well, that's okay. I don't really care about it. I was like, oh, but it's like infected seaweed. And you're like, why do you keep changing the tone of this seaweed? And it was like, that's what you were doing, showing me your Park City meals. You're like, oh, and then I had this, cornbread Benedict. And I was like, oh, that looks really good. And you're like, it was just okay.
When I was editing the episode, I've noticed that. I'm like, can you stop?
It's really funny. Well, what I was going to ask about, when you were taking pictures of all of your mid-food in Park City, were you feeling like do you naturally do that, or do you feel like that's like part of trying to become more comfortable with like developing content?
No, I think it's just a vacation thing. Like I don't
Okay.
take food, like pictures of food when I'm like out about around town with friends. All of the food was very delicately plated and it did look very nice. And some of the restaurants we went to were like 4 or 5 star restaurants. And so like, I just thought, yeah, so I wasn't thinking about it other than vacation food.
Okay.
But it all looked very beautiful.
Okay.
But like I didn't take a picture of my burger because that's just a burger. It didn't look that beautiful.
It was just a burger.
Yeah,
Turned
but
out
it
to
was
be the best
one
thing
of
you
the,
had.
one of the best things
Yeah.
I had. So,
Well, I was interested in asking because, as we talk about ending and wrapping up season 1, getting ready for season 2, and like doing this specialized content in between the two, part of that will include like I'm going to try and expand like the vlog. I want to try practicing. We tried practicing vlogging in Seattle.
I thought we did pretty good.
I thought we did pretty good, but like I'm very interested to see what it'll look like for me to do something similar with Japan, which
Yeah.
won't include you, which just feels insane. So I'm not even sure where or how I would like
Just
do
blur out
this.
your husband's face.
I don't know that I can do that.
Okay.
I have to figure out how to do it.
We just learned to blur.
That didn't work. When I rendered the video, I had to do something different. That's why it's black. Because I had to find some other thing.
I didn't watch the video.
Good thing that I double checked it because none of us would
You
be
called to it
otherwise.
specifically. Everyone would have noticed.
Yeah. Well, so I'm going to try and give that a go. And then I think like we'll all come back having more knowledge. But like Vlogna's right after that. And I think that you and I have to figure out a few things
Yeah.
logistically to prepare
But
for
I'll
that.
be in Phoenix for part of like basically a week before. Her schedule's kind of crazy.
I have work for you to do while I'm in Japan.
I can't. I can't take on anything else. I was just gonna dive into this because I'm just like I need to get my brain back. I was trying to talk to someone about this, and I'm not blaming Bonnaroo solely, but I just recognize I haven't been the same since Bonnaroo, and it's not fully the complete apex to the fall from grace that we had from there. It's like the back-to-back traveling and like all of that. And I feel like just like mentally and physically, I'm not operating at my premium level. Also, the just extreme weight of the world. Like I know on a lot of our episodes, we're talking about like honestly what sounds like a fabulous life, and it is. But also like I'm so stressed and worried day to day about all the things that are happening politically with Palestine, with now they're talking about Qatar's going to build an air force somewhere. And I'm like, I am so beyond stressed out day to day, but also like trying to disassociate from that. And then life can feel so normal with the most diabolical headline you've ever seen in your entire life right behind it. And so I've been really allowing that worry to like impact my mental health and the way that I'm approaching like life. And I'm really trying to get out of that because I feel like worry doesn't do anything, at the end of the day. Like it's not going to necessarily change things, but I'm kind of using it as maybe like a crutch to not be my best self. So I really need to take some time, to try to level set. One thing I'm doing is I'm lying to myself and saying, I'm just bulking and now the bulk is over and it's time to cut. So It was just a bulk. I didn't gain weight. I was bulking for the next season of my life so that when I cut, my muscles are stronger. That's one. Two, just trying to get back into a better routine. And I know that like travel always throws me off, but like my travel's not going to slow down because I actually like to see the world, and like not letting that like become a cyclical thing of like, okay, like, you know, this week I didn't go to the gym like Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. That's not normal for me.
I know, minimum 6 days a week.
Minimum 6 days a week. And so I finally went on Friday after being shit all over the ground, and I spent 30 minutes cleaning that up. But then I made it. And so, yeah. So when we talk about the work that you want to give me while you're out and the work from next year, like, I don't know what it's going to look like in terms of like getting social media individually up more. Like, I want to commit to more, but I need to get myself back to where like I'm more mentally stable and not like just saying, fuck it, you're probably gonna die tomorrow. Like, yeah, that's how I'm feeling these days. So
Okay.
I feel okay today. I feel like it's just like, I don't know, life is so good and so stressful. And then there's an extra layer of looming civil war, incipient civil war. I'm just like, why be the best version of yourself when the version of yourself might just be gone tomorrow, you know? But I could also live for 80 more years and then what, you know? So, yeah.
Okay. I do agree that like, and I was just talking with my friend about this yesterday about like basically like I've probably been ignoring like very mild level depression since Bonnaroo, and it's not to say that like Bonnaroo necessarily was the reason, right? But I do feel like there was a catalyst moment of like that trip, you know, dashing expectations. Then it was like, okay, then I lose my dog, and then like another family member like loses a close one, and so it was just like, and never really just like processing anything. Like it took me months before I even cooked a meal, and to this day, like in October, like I have not been back on a routine since then. So like the disruption that was caused by that, and like the constant excuses of me being like, well, like, of course I don't want to cook, my dog just died, or of course I don't want to do, you know, and like that just kind of snowballing into this period right now where it's like, okay, well now we're in October. My husband's the only one who cooks in our house at this point. Like I still am not really cooking. I'm just eating out all the time because I'm too tired. It was just a lot. So I do see, and you know, like I guess I do hear and see that like in the ideal moments where I want to execute my vision for myself, it's like I'm spending time doing productive things for myself, and instead I actually just am escaping reality by like diving into reading, watching stuff, and like other things that are more of like escapist versus like, you know, the things that give me some enjoyment. I mean, I don't know. It's like you read a book at the very least. Like you are in a book club and you read a book and you actually like push yourself to do that. You do professional development stuff.
But it's like there's a difference between like having a heart for it and going through the motions and doing it, you know?
Yeah.
And like I feel like it's like, you know, a valley, and like in the valley you still push through, and like, but you do give yourself those excuses. So it's like, you know, finding the internal will or discipline or, you know, push forward to say, okay, so right now, I want to eat 17 bundt cakes, but I don't need to do that to cure, you know, whatever hole I'm trying to fill right now. Like I can, you know, move forward. And so I really want to focus over these next 3 months. You know, my birthday's in January. I'm like, you know, all of that. It's also really hard because I feel like there was not that long ago such an ideal version of myself, and I was operating on all cylinders, baby. Like, and then it's like, oh, you know, so like, but I'm really, you know, you can't be defined by your setbacks. And so it's like, that's fine, but like, you got to leave it. But like, what I really is bothering me is just like, when you go to bed at night and you're like, okay, like, wow, just the same thoughts, like, you know, and then you wake up the next day, you're not doing any better, but like, you know, okay, tomorrow I'm going to, you know, do X, Y, and Z, I'm going to be better. And then that doesn't happen. And it's like, that's actually just totally wasting all of my mental space and capacity of just not executing it. And so it's like a balance of being patient with yourself, but not giving yourself too many excuses. And it's like time to move on, move forward, prepare yourself for the next season of life, and not just do whatever feels better in the moment that isn't serving me for the long term.
Yeah.
So I feel like also I'm planning, I was looking at the calendar for work yesterday, and like planning to actually take time off that doesn't include taking time off to, travel is enjoyable, fine, but like all the other things that we're doing, like to me, going to Flogna is going to be so fun, but that's not relaxing. That's the opposite of relaxing. It's like partying, except for without, it's listening to music, staying up late, walking a lot, you know what I mean? And so I think I'm going to take a week off over Thanksgiving and 2 weeks between Christmas and New Year's week, and like just try to reset and like actually relax, but not just sit around and do nothing like I did last year, which sometimes you need, but like, go for nature walks, go hiking or something. So that was the other thing about Salt Lake City that I really liked, is like, I feel like where we live, there are hikes around, but it's just not the same as when I moved from San Diego. It's like there's so much beautiful nature everywhere, readily accessible, publicly owned. Like, you can walk the beach trails. You don't have to like pay for parking and get into a national park. You know what I mean? Like all that stuff, or like drive 45 minutes to get like the beautiful scenery that I'm used to seeing on a walk. And I feel like Park City offered that. And like, I don't know. That's what I'm going to try to do over winter more.
It was crazy when I went to Lake Tahoe and found out that like none of the beaches are public, basically. Like you have to pay $30 to access those beaches.
This is insane.
I was like,
you can't do that on the coast of California, baby.
that's crazy. That's insane. Yeah. I was like, wow. But I guess it's because it's a lake. It's not like public beach. But
I used to like be able to go every weekend and just find like a nice park that was beautiful scenery, and like, I don't know, there's something really refreshing about being in that kind of nature, probably because I'm from there, and like now that I moved to a city I'm not from, I don't find the scenery as healing, maybe. And so it's like I don't really want to get up and go for a walk around the corporate park near my, apartment. Like I want to go, I want to take a 5-minute drive to a beautiful park, but instead I take a 5-minute drive to a place for dogs to defecate. So it's like just not the same enjoyment of like, let me get out and get some fresh air. So I'm going to try to do that over winter break.
That's cool. Yeah. I like the idea of taking more time off from work that isn't necessarily dedicated to traipsing around somewhere.
Yeah.
I really liked like taking a day, like taking an afternoon even to like leave work early and go get myself a massage, and like go hang out with my friends, while we eat lunch and get massages and just relax. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the solution is. All I know is that like I feel like I've been running on empty for a long time and not really seeking like any type of spiritual solution to anything. I've really just been like, straight pleasure seeking, taste bud pleasure, like primarily like what's going to taste good right now. I was feeling so good before Bonner. Like I was down 20 pounds. I was like, oh my God, like I was working the routine, doing yoga regularly. Girl, I haven't done yoga since.
I know. And that's the thing. It's like routine always makes you feel better, but like once you get out of it, it's very sometimes hard to like trigger yourself back into it.
Yeah.
But you got to keep moving forward. You got to, we're going to get it together, girl. So
we'll have to try, but I'm excited for, at the very least, giving ourselves the ability to like be a little flexible on the content. I think we've done a really good job this year. Like for the most part, trying to stick with some type of regular filming and posting schedule. And so I think like we can take all of our lessons learned from year one, and see like what do we want to do, in 2026.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm waiting for the haranguing that you're going to give me.
Over, the work that you're trying to assign to me for when you're out?
No, just like in general, your feedback on year one of me specifically.
Okay, do you guys want to come to our meeting?
On my knees pray, I'm trying to find another way. I gotta get up out this jungle, niggas killing just to eat. Them lies ain't playing fair, so it's beginning. I don't give my heart away. This shit hurt me every day.
You sent a TikTok about someone who had a picture of S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier.
The soups.
Yeah.
Insane.
Okay.
It was an insane list.
Now, I worked
Rage bait.
at a Sweet Tomatoes. In California, they call them soup plantation. So I had a lot of soup in my day. I had white versions of soup. But I feel like we should talk about our top soups.
Okay.
And see where they fall.
That, what I will say about that list was that I do feel like it was a pretty comprehensive list.
It was very comprehensive.
The tiers were all wrong. And
Yes.
I was grateful for the fact that, I forget about tom kha soup because I get it every time I have Thai food.
Yeah. I was
but it's
actually
not a
going to
soup-
take out all of the fuzz and the ramens because, those are obviously going to always be the best. I'm sorry.
If you don't know, I can't even, if you are at all interested in just finding yourself infuriated, you can certainly look up this tier list for soups.
It was crazy.
It was insane. Ramen was in B. It was just it was the most diabolical thing. To this day, there's a ramen spot that closed near my house. And I think the last time I had gone there was probably with Dad, which was odd, obviously. But that place was so good that for almost a year, one of my foodie club members and I did a sub foodie club on a hunt for the next ramen spot that could match it. Mm-hmm. We still to this day have not found it. That place was so good. But, anyways, this tier list was diabolical. So you're saying remove all of the...
Well, I'm more so let's just list our favorite soups.
But I mean, that's the thing. It's now it's hard because what I was saying is that list was so comprehensive. It reminded me of... believe it or not, I actually have never had pho.
Okay.
Kind of crazy when I think about it.
It is crazy.
But every time I get Vietnamese food, I always get bun.
Okay.
So I just never tried to get, I just never get the pho.
That makes sense. I mean, I haven't tried every kind of soup, but I want, so yesterday we were talking about desserts that we like and what would force you to order dessert. So when someone has a soup du jour,
yes.
if it's one of these flavors, I will most likely order it.
Which is so slanted, Anglo-Saxon, what are we talking? Broccoli cheddar,
I do love a broccoli cheddar.
Yeah.
But what I don't like is that, what's the soup du jour? Oh, we have chicken noodle this week. That's what, I think I was at a restaurant with my friend.
First of all, that's an S-tier soup. What are you talking about?
But I was at a restaurant with my friend maybe 2 weeks ago, and she's like, what's your soup du jour? And they said, something that was already on their menu all the time. That's not a soup of the day. Yeah, that's a menu item. A soup of the day is supposed to change every day. It's supposed to be ingredients that you had left over that'll help you make a soup.
That was insane. And that thing was so infuriating because I love clam chowder, but in no world is it an S tier soup.
In no world is clam chowder better than pozole.
That's
impossible.
I don't think clam chowder is better than corn chowder, number one. So and I feel like you'll more likely run into a clam chowder, but clam chowder is most of the times bad and also kind of gross. I think there's only very specific conditions in which I'm I want a clam chowder. And that's if I'm on a dock and it's fucking freezing outside, okay? It was just, borscht was also on S tier. It was just it was straight rage bait. Someone made that list and was
it was ChatGPT.
Actually gonna piss everyone who's ever eaten food with taste buds off because it was diabolical. Now my favorite soup, and I'm talking if I were sick or I was having a hankering for soups and they were $10 at the grocery store and I was I need to get these soups, minestrone.
Okay, so for me it's chicken tortilla.
Yeah. Okay.
Number one, probably. If that's your soup of the day, I'm 100% at the time gonna get it. Number two for me is broccoli cheddar. I love a broccoli cheddar because I like cheese. I'm a cheesemonger. French onion.
Okay.
Okay, this is so niche, but there's a Campbell's can.
Just can't be niche. It's a Campbell's can.
Well,
Continue.
in terms of the soups, but it's this very specific chicken pot pie soup.
Oh, yeah. Like the chicken dumpling?
Yes.
Yeah.
Delish. Minestrone, you're right, is good, but like to me, if you have a soup of the day and it's minestrone, I'm not ordering it. I don't care about minestrone.
Okay,
like
so
that.
I wasn't prepared for. I wasn't focusing on the prompt. I was focusing on like if there is a soup that I will seek out. I will say like I am a tomato-based soup person personally.
Okay.
And that's probably because like an archive of the fact that at one point for quite a bit of time I was vegetarian.
Yeah, but I do love a tomato basil.
That's one of my favorites as well.
That is delish.
Our grandma used to make me when I was sick, and by make me I mean like she would pour out a can of tomato soup. Okay. But it's like, yeah, I loved tomato soup. Like, and I still do. And so, like, I actually really enjoy soups as a food option anytime I'm out and about. Like, if I had to choose between soup and salad, most of the time I'm choosing soup. And I also am always trying to maximize the opportunity for me to actually have both. I'm at Olive Garden. Okay, my husband doesn't eat either of those, so give me the salad and I'll order the soup, and now I get both. But I'm with you on the chicken tortilla soup. I also think that that's a really good soup. I feel like if I incorporate the non-American Italian soups that are what I'll call like the traditional soups you'd see in most generic type of restaurants that are going to have a soup, then I would say like a chicken tortilla and like a tom kha are probably like my top soups. Like I love a Thai soup.
I also love a Thai coconut curry. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
Those flavors is banging.
Very good.
I am surprised you don't like mushroom soup. You like mushrooms a lot. I don't think I would ever get a mushroom soup.
And again, for me, that's like, okay, so like there's your cream-based soups.
Okay.
Then there's your chicken stock soups. And then there's your tomato-based soups.
Yeah.
And so a minestrone is like a mixture of like a watery tomato-based soup. I tend to I'm pushed towards those soups. Okay. I like the beans. I like the vegetables. Like I like the smorgasbord that is in that soup specifically. Now then there are like black-eyed peas soup where you can have like your greens. Like those are good, but it's like a chicken stock soup. I'm gonna like those. Your cream-based soups, those are like the bottom for me. Like I'm gonna go tomato, chicken, like cleary broths, and then I'm gonna get into the creams. Like the broccoli cheddar, the corn cheddar. A cream of mushroom soup sounds crazy.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't like mushrooms like that.
I like mushrooms,
but I like
I'm
a creamy dumpling soup, like a chicken pot pie soup. When I worked at Soup Plantation, in Thanksgiving, they'd always have a chicken pot pie soup. Man, that soup was banging. I couldn't wait for Thanksgiving every year because I was like, for many reasons.
It's like a specialty soup. I feel like this is like the clam chowder thing. It's like if I'm in New England, I'm going to have a clam chowder. But it's like a specialty soup. I'm not sitting here in the dead of summer or even on the cusp of fall thinking like, man, I can't wait to just
have some
ingest some cream-based soup. Like, I think there's definitely like a time and place for even like a corn chowder, which I really like. I love corn in soup. I love corn as a flavor profile. It's like a little bit of sweet. Anyways, I don't need to defend myself.
You're missing out on French onion.
I feel like, this came up because I have been had been a vegetarian, and I still to this day like don't eat beef, even like beef byproduct. I have never tried French onion soup.
Wow,
and I know based on what it looks like that I bet
cheese, onion, can you go wrong
with a bread top? It's like I know I would probably fucking love that soup. So it is unfortunate.
But I'll see if I can get you close to it.
But it's like there's even like Italian wedding soup. I feel like that would be really good. I really do love making soup. So that's one of the things I enjoy about fall is putting my crock pot, Instant Pot on the counter and making soups. Now that you live nearby, I can definitely do that more. It's a lot harder with my spouse because they don't like vegetables or soups. So I'm stuck with batch by myself.
Working from home, and I pull out my Dutch oven and I just make like a chili, or I make like I have vegetables left over and I'm like, I'll chop them up. It just makes me feel so trad wife. But not because she's a single mom that works 2 jobs and lives by herself. So
yeah. We should definitely do that because I also really am a fan of chilies, even as, as well.
Yeah, it'll have to be white chicken chili probably. Just don't eat beef, but
I use byproduct or I use beef like substitute.
right. I don't want to eat that. So
Why not?
I just wouldn't ever buy that and eat it. Like I might eat it, but I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to make my chili out of beef substitute. Because I eat beef, so why would I go for B tier when I could have the real stuff? It's insane.
Well, I think I have a recipe for a really good like.
I'm sure it'd be great. But I don't like food that pretends to be other food.
Beef and black bean chili. I don't know that.
I say it all the time.
What does that even mean?
Like
you don't like food that pretends to be other food?
Correct.
You don't like a burger that pretends to be a burger?
I don't like a fake burger that pretends to be a burger. I don't like food that's just like a cake that looks like a mango. Like I don't want that. Like a mango flavored cake, yes, but like when they play food or cake or cake or object, like I don't exist in a world with cognitive dissonance. I try not to, so I don't like food that pretends to be other food. And to me, when I think about like vegan food or vegetarian food, and it's like it's a black bean burger. You don't have to make it seem like a burger because if it's that good, it should just be its own thing. So I went to a vegan restaurant one time and it was like all this food that was pretending to be regular food. Like vegan chicken fingers. I don't want fake chicken fingers.
Call it chicken. They call it like chick with an apostrophe.
Yeah,
N.
exactly. Chicken fingers. I don't want that. Just call it something else because in my head
They did.
No, they
You just
didn't.
pronounced it the same.
No, they co-opted. They just call it something completely different. Like I guess it's for the people that
soybean patty fingers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that might help my brain. Instead, I'm like, oh, like I never want that. So.
Well, I am just saying, like, I'm not going to call this a beef chili. I would just say this is a
Impossible
jalapeno
meat, for example,
black bean chili.
Well, that sounds good. But like, if you're using Impossible meat to me, like when you see it in the grocery store, it's meant to look like ground beef, and I'm like, I'm not gravitating towards anything that's pretending to be something else.
I gotcha.
I don't want fake eggs. I don't want fake bacon. I don't want fake none of that. So.
All that sounds really gross. But I do think like the beef substitute is pretty decent because it's like it's able to actually emulate the texture that I like personally.
Yeah,
but
you need that because you're missing that. I'm not missing it, so I don't need it to emulate food.
Yeah, I do feel like there were times when I was living in Boston and I had become a vegetarian when I lived over there, where it was like, yeah, I wanted to make like a lasagna, and so I wanted to have that meat aspect, and then it's like because it's a little different than like a vegetable lasagna, so like. That's what I love about Italian food. It's like elevated poor people food in a lot of ways. Like you can make it like a really cost efficient, speaking of the soups, it's like they're all meant to be like these really cost efficient soups and or dishes that you can like have in this really elevated flavor profile. So
that's how I feel about Mexican food. It's like, dude,
yeah, actually.
Y'all are the real flavorticians over here because how is this your poor man's breakfast? It's the best thing I've ever had in my entire life.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly, for sure.
No beef bourguignon over here.
I've never had, what is that, fideo?
I never had it.
Oh my God, what is this other Mexican soup? Is it fideo?
I don't know. The only one I know of is pozole.
Pozole. What is in pozole?
I don't know, but it's like, it looks like it's tomato based, but it's not, I don't think. I've never made it. I've only ever enjoyed it.
Oh, it does look like it's tomato-based. Hominy and meat, typically pork or chicken.
Yeah.
Girl, make that. That shit looks bomb right now. I'm looking at this. There's radish in this garnish, which looks...
You make it. What a fun episode. Soup. Depression.
It's like, when are we not talking about food?
Yeah, that's... We can see y'all are struggling. You talk about it every week. Obviously.
It's like, oh yeah, no wonder. No wonder you're fucking 30 pounds heavier. You ate an entire bag of Reese's pumpkins in one sitting, dude.
It's not your fault. They're so delicious.
Dude, I had that moment of my spouse going out and getting me a little snack. It started with, like, I really am just craving chocolate and peanut butter. Can you get me a Nutrageous? Go to the gas station and get me a Nutrageous. And then see if they have a pack of, like, the pumpkins. Now, I was thinking just, like, the 4-pack.
Yeah.
This dude comes back with a full fucking bag of pumpkins.
You didn't save
and
me
so
one?
I'm like, all right, you know, and I open up one, snack. Open up another. Okay, like, okay. By the time I'm like, I think I've had enough pumpkins. There's only 2 left. It's like, oh, what's the point?
Now I'll make better decisions tomorrow. It reminds me of Christmas. Last Christmas we got all those almond rokas and we got the 2 flavors. And I'm like, okay, let me have the classic one. Tasty. Let me try one of the sea salt ones. Let me go back to a classic one. What about 2 of the sea salt ones?
Cam's
Dude,
gone.
my bowels were so messed up. Also, I had like that Christmas tree of like filled with candy. He's like, it'll be cute. If you come over, and like it was just me walking by every 3 seconds, pulling another almond roca. Like, that didn't quite saturate my tongue the way that I needed. So hold on, let me grab maybe 3 more. But now I really need a sea salt one. Hold on. I was like, okay, no more almond rocas for the season. Gosh darn it. So, that's, the pumpkins. I've been trying to steer clear. That's why I get my snacks and I bring them over here. Because I know if I bring them to my house, they're not making it out.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, I have like no sustenance food at my house. Because I was gone last weekend and I didn't go grocery shopping. And now I'm going to Chicago next week. And so I've been like, okay, I'll have my oatmeal for breakfast. All right, it's lunchtime. I don't really have anything. I guess I'll go over to Mom's and get a Pop-Tart. You know, while I'm here. Let me grab some of these red vines off the counter. Actually, she has some ruffles in here. Let me make myself a little smattering. Nutter butters? Yeah, that's good. All right, that's lunch. It's dinner time. What am I going to have for dinner? I guess I could go to Del Taco. Like, oh my God.
I know. That's what's so hard about travel is that, like, we buy food and then we don't eat it in time before we've taken a trip. So then we're, like, trying to be more selective. But now it's like, okay, we're a week out. We're not doing a full grocery run.
Exactly.
Like, at this point, just fucking let it go.
Just let it go. But
Yeah.
I'm thinking about when you're in Japan, like, I'm going to be staying here. And I'm like, okay, I got to figure out this situation. So,
Well, you'll have an empty fridge. No doubt.
great. Don't buy any snacks before you go, please. But leave the sodas because I do like those. No, I think I'm like, okay, I'll just keep it simple, you know, just try not to do too much while you're away. So, anyways.
Well, so we're on episode 29. We're going to film our final episode of the season next week. And then we'll get into the special content. So I guess we can close today's episode with any weekly ins and outs that we have.
Oh, boy. Okay, so out for me is going to be first class upgrades that get more expensive the closer you get to your trip because I'm still flying coach to the Chicago trip, but I checked today and it's actually like $100 more expensive than it was before. And I'm like, great, you're totally out of scope for me now. So I'm planning to get to the airport and go up to the desk and see if they have any same day.
What is your sweet spot? Like, what do you think is like, if the price became this is what I'd want. This is what I'd pay for.
Under $400, I think.
Okay.
Closer to $350 would be like, if it was $300, no brainer. Absolutely, yes.
Is that one way? Just like getting you from here to, okay.
But like anything that keeps it total, I'd say under $1,000. Like, you know, like I said, it's like $800, $900, you know, $1,200, no.
Yeah.
But like, you know.
So what's it currently at?
$621.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's too much.
That's too much.
Yeah. I like it when it's $150.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Like I want it to be a bargain based and a deal no brainer.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to have to think about it too much. So that's out for me. God willing, I will be first class at least one way. Come on, baby.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Anything in, or do you want me to give you my out?
You give me your out.
Okay. Out for me this week are people who do not respond in the group chat.
Okay,
to explicit questions.
Yeah.
I have been trying to nail down who's coming to the birthday bash of the new year, and none of our family is committing or not committing.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't want to have to go wrangle monkeys. Like,
We are not, that's a racial slur. We are not type
I mean, only because of who it's referring
Exactly.
to.
Exactly.
But it's actually a quote from Moira.
Yeah, we are not type B. So even if it doesn't explicitly totally impact the plans, it just doesn't work for us. We need to know.
Yeah,
So.
I'm like trying to get better at being more flexible when it comes to like travel and plans, especially because like we're getting older. Our family is like the wind, you know, they're breezing in and out.
Just living the
Just
dream,
living
honestly.
the dream. But like, yeah, I do like the stability that comes from just like kind of knowing like what vibe I can plan for. But yeah, that's out for me because I don't want to have to chase people down to get definitive answers.
It's a good one. Okay, so in for me this week, off cuff, shooting from the hip, is charm bracelets. I love, so when we went to Seattle, we got these matching white gold bracelets, white gold colored bracelets. And I love the idea of getting a piece of jewelry when you go somewhere on a trip to memorialize. I also got this ring, so cute. And then when I was in Park City, I went to not even like a local jewelry shop or anything, but I got this necklace and I was like, let me get a charm to represent this trip. And it's like a little compass charm. It's pretty cute. And then I was sitting there bar hopping because my friends were working and I had nothing to do and I had to check out of the hotel. So I'm sitting at a bar and I'm like, oh my gosh. Ken and I were talking about getting charm bracelets for all of our little travels. Let me go back to this jewelry store and spend an exorbitant amount of money on these 18 karat gold plated bracelets. And I got us a little Eiffel Tower charm and I got us a pineapple, which was so cute. My friend was like, oh, for Hawaii. I was like, no, but that's a great idea.
That's also very cute.
A Hawaiian vacation together. It's actually about the show Psych and how obsessed Ken and I are with that show. And really, they had a pineapple in every episode, and the pineapple is something that makes its way into our life a lot because it really is about our connection that we have.
Yeah.
So we've rebranded this.
It's not for swingers.
It's not for swingers. And it's not necessarily just because we love the show. It's about really our connection. And part of that is...
I mean, that's a top tier fruit to begin with.
It really is delicious.
Like, honestly.
I got into buying pineapples earlier this year. As you know, I talked about it on the pod. So I always have a pineapple at my house. But yes, so these are so cute and I can't wait to add more charms. I almost wanted to get one for Seattle too. Like I was like, maybe like a little fish or something. But then I was like, I'm already spending so much money on these cheap, expensive jewelry. So we'll leave it at those two for now. But yeah.
Yeah. Very yellow for 18 karat.
That's 18 karat's pretty yellow. This is not as yellow as 22 karat. For sure.
I'm so used to wearing rose gold.
Yeah. Because actually, this does look like 18 karat to me.
It's really very cute, and I love wearing it.
My plan is to eventually replace it with real gold. Actually, one of my friends was looking up real gold Eiffel Tower charms. I was like, that's really cute. So, like, eventually get the same style bracelet, but real gold, and then slowly replace the charms.
Okay.
You know, and about $100,000 more in my salary from now. So... Yeah.
I was thinking as I was looking at your jewelry, I was like, wow, you wear jewelry the way I wish I could wear jewelry, which is earrings, necklace, and bracelet, and rings.
Yeah.
I'm usually like, I never wear necklaces, but like, I think they look really cute on this little outfit of yours.
Thank you. I do this every day, even working from home. I always put on my jewelry, my perfume, my makeup. Just makes me feel...
I love that about you.
Yeah.
Me, I'm like... You ain't gonna catch me doing more work.
7:55, time to get to the desk.
Yep. And then it's more about like, okay, the day's over and the only people who saw me were like myself and the dogs. And so now I gotta go take off my full face of makeup in addition to just getting ready for bed. I'm like,
Yeah.
No.
Well, I saw me. I count. I'm
Yeah.
number one. So.
But I'm also like, especially when I have earrings that dangle and then have the necklaces, I'm like, I'm too chicken shit. And I feel like I really like what you've done with this stack of yours.
Thanks.
So, in for me this week is, I'm going to just broadly say destiny. I spent this week thinking about the Biscoff bun cake, not because it was particularly amazing, but because I felt like I kept seeing it and I had tasted it and I was like, yeah, you know what I really want right now is I really want a delicious cream cheese frosting cake. And so Kiki calls me to tell me that she's going to go get her nails done, and I know that it's next to a Nothing Bundt Cake. She brings up like, oh, maybe she'll stop by Nothing Bundt Cakes. Now, Nothing Bundt Cakes has a delicious carrot cake. I also like their lemon, the pumpkin. Last time you brought Nothing Bundt Cake over, you brought that sickeningly sweet s'mores one, which I'm glad.
Snickers, and it was good.
Snickers. It wasn't s'mores?
Yeah. Maybe it was maybe I might have gotten both, a s'mores and a Snickers. No, because I got caramel apple, I got pumpkin, and it was Snickers.
Okay.
Special edition.
They were all fine. I mean, listen,
I really
as
like
you
them.
know, watching us, listening to us, I ain't gonna say no. But I'm such a traditionalist. I like the traditional flavors of Nothing Bundt Cake.
Yeah.
So I kept thinking about Nothing Bundt Cake all week. And when you told me, like, maybe you should go there, I was like, yes, this is a time for me to ask for a smattering of cakes.
Yeah.
So I got to, wet my beak.
I don't want to spend $30 on cake. She's like, get all the mini ones. Get a 12. I'm not doing that.
Because I'm like, I want a lemon, a carrot cake. I want the pumpkin. I actually really like their snickerdoodle, but I don't think they even have that.
I didn't see it.
Yeah. And then you wanted to try the Biscoff. I'd already tried the Biscoff. I was like, okay, but now I can have half of the Biscoff because you're going to leave half of it for me anyway. And then you very nicely thought about my husband and got a red velvet
Yeah,
cake.
I didn't think it was nice to show up with 5 cakes and none for him.
So I got to get what I want because somewhere in the universe, like destiny was telling you that you also needed to go to Nothing Bundt
No,
Cake.
it's actually part of my routine now that I'm going to go every time I get my nails done because it's right there. And I feel like that's a really healthy way to add treats into a diet. But the reason last time I got those special edition ones is because it's not to just get a Nothing Bundt Cake to get one. It's that I wanted to try something new. So, also I have to tell you that our nail lady was like, I pulled up the other day to get to work and there was a line outside of Nothing Bundt Cakes. I was like, oh, for the Biscoff? Because a lot of people are talking about it on TikTok. She's like, no, it was their birthday and they were giving out free 1 cake a month for the year to the first 50 people in line. And when she got out of her car, they handed her one of the cards. She was number 43. Yep.
What a joyous occasion for someone. I love that. What cake would you get from Nothing Bundt Cake if you could get, like, would you actually rotate or would you just have like a few, like, and is it their 8-inch or is it like?
I think it's the big one.
It's the big one.
I don't
Okay.
know. Like she just did a hand motion. I'll ask her next time I see her if she's capitalized on her monthly cake. I personally am nostalgic about the white raspberry one.
Ugh.
I really like that one. My best friend that I went to Utah with, every time on like a birthday or celebration when we worked together in an office, would always get that one. That was very tasty. I do like the carrot cake. I actually am partial to the pumpkin that they have as a special edition. And then, so I'd probably, if I had a standing order, I'd actually probably mix it up. I wouldn't have a standing order.
Okay.
I know you would get lemon and carrot.
Well, and the thing that I was thinking about is that I really like the value proposition that the buntlets are.
They're really not that expensive.
They're not that expensive. It's a perfect, I think, blend of like, first of all, Nothing Bundt Cake has perfected the moist, fresh cake, the delicious cheesecake frosting, like so good. And I feel like the value proposition of the buntlet is perfect because it's like I get to have the flavors I want, and as someone who likes to sample, that's a great value for me. I don't know what the texture of the larger round, like 8 inches or whatever. Like I don't know how
we
they
have one
compare.
for Mom's birthday?
I don't know. No,
I thought I got
No.
a big one.
it's an edible arrangement.
No, remember I picked up Nothing Bundt Cakes for her birthday? I might have gotten the buntlets though.
I think you got the buntlets.
Well, we'll have to try one.
Maybe they'll have like a nice holiday Christmas one that we can try because like I'm interested to know like does the texture hold up when it like is then expanded into a larger different cooking apparatus too. Like I'm sure the buntlets are more in like a muffin tin type of formation.
Yeah.
So I'd be very interested to know, like, what does the carrot cake taste like in that larger
Probably delicious.
cake? And you're talking about the pumpkin bread made me think that like we should, or the pumpkin cake like makes me think that like we should dabble in like the holiday bread space. Like, let's make a pumpkin bread.
I made pumpkin bread for you guys last year.
Yeah, but like I
And
feel like
zucchini
we're
bread.
not doing that enough.
I know,
Zucchini
because
bread.
we're traveling all over the world. When we make a pumpkin bread, I go to Chicago, you go to Japan. Where am I going to make pumpkin bread?
Thanksgiving.
Okay, sure. Even though last year we had such a large Thanksgiving meal that like I ended
Poor
up having to
people.
throw it away because I'm like, I'll never escape the weight I'm going to put on from eating Thanksgiving 17 days in a row. I will say Nothing But Cakes is like way too easy to patronize. Like, I mean, yeah, I walk in, I'm like, I want that cake, that cake, that cake, that cake. They ring it up, I'm out the door with that before anyone's blinked an eye. Like, they are so ready. I'm like, okay, that was way too easy to buy 5 cakes. Like, now actually make it a little more difficult, make it a little harder for me because it's just like no one's in there. They're nice, they're fast. It's like, here's all in a bag, tap to go. I don't even have to pull out my wallet. I'm like, dang, like so.
And they have it like. I have a crumble near me, and I'm just like, I don't like, you know, they rotate the flavors, so it's like, you're kind of, you know, hit or miss. They're not that good to begin with, so unless you find a really good flavor. So it's like, Nothing But Cake is just so reliably good, and they have so many, like, consistently good options available, in addition to the seasonal options that they add in that make you want to try them. The Snickerdoodle that they had, if you ever do get a chance, I really like it. It's not too sweet.
Wait, we're good chance. The next 3 weeks. I will say the crumble, the last time I walked in there, they were like, do you need any help? Yeah, I don't work here. What are you talking about? Of course I need help. Like, I don't care if there's some apparatus for me to order. Why would I do that? Like, yeah, get your butt over here and take my order. So then I'm ordering these large cookies, and I'm like, okay, I want, like, let's say 4 large cookies. And then I was like, and then I want to try one of these mini ones. Oh, you can't do that. Like, what do you mean? They're like, oh, you can either get the large or the small. I'm like, I feel like there has to be another solution here. Like, I feel like,
wait, what do you
not,
mean?
You're not telling me the full story. They're like, they mean that I can't just get one small cookie. I have to either get 3. I have to get 3 at a time. Fine, but say that. Don't say, oh, I can't do that. Like, I can't add that small into my. I'm like, okay, you need to give me the solution here because I'm dropping $40 on overly sweet cookies. I feel like you just need to tell me, like, well, then eventually she got out to it. You need it. It's in a 3-pack.
Yeah, the smalls
Great.
come in a
I'll
3-pack.
get 2 more. Like, what's your problem, lady? I can do whatever I want. I'm patronizing this establishment. I'm a patron here. I can get whatever I want. So eventually she got it out, and I was like, great. I'm gonna get 2 more of those then. Like, I literally looked at her and was like, what do you mean? She's like, yeah, it's either the small or the large. I'm like,
What do you mean?
She goes, does it make sense? I'm like, no. Like,
What do
can
you
you explain
mean?
further?
But Elizabeth is gone.
Exactly.
What do you mean?
Because I feel like there's another part of that sentence, and you finally got to it. So,
But you broke up with Cece.
mind you, I've only been to that crumble twice, but yeah. Do you need help? Yes. Yes, I do. That's why I walked in here.
I don't want a vacation with a bunch of people that are supposed to be serving me. Dude, I'm so, like, yeah.
And if
Anyways.
everyone's out of the country, who's going to be cleaning my toilet?
No.
In the sense that... Anyways.
Bro. All right, well.
All right, well.
We've got a
Cheers.
lot on the week ahead for me. I have to start packing and figuring out how I can fit 2 weeks worth of clothes into one checked bag and one carry-on. And for me, when I pack 2 weeks of clothes, that's actually 3 weeks worth of clothes.
Well, naturally.
And it's like raining there. So now I also like might need actually 4 weeks because what if my clothes get wet?
I guess we'll have to send for laundry.
Yeah. So anyways, I'll be spending this week kind of packing in doses. It's like, okay, get my toiletries done. Which shoes am I packing? You know? Because I ain't got to wear anything working from home. I'm going to be doing that this week. So.
Okay.
And then when I see you next week,
Yeah.
heading to the airport.
I got to bring the
afterwards.
dogs over.
Cool. Well, as always, this has been a bundle of some fun,
Yes.
some realness.
Thanks for joining us.
Stay pretty.
Stay prideful.
Especially if you're black.
You can't finesse. Bitch, I move smart like a motherfucking Tesla. I'm clutching this Glock, do I look like a wrestler? Get put on your back, tryna act like a flexer. Hold on, wait, this Glock take 'em out like a date. She give me the pussy, I just want the face. Fuck her real good, put the bitch in her place. I'm high in the bitch, but my mind up in space.